How we doing, everybody? So many friends in the chat. So many friends in the chat. And don't worry, friends. Lynn will be here. We'll see her in a moment, and it'll be a surprise when she pops up. Okay.
Yes.
But I'm gonna let my other guest, Taylor, introduce herself while I say hi to all the friends in the chat. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Awesome. Hello, my name is Tay. I am also a content creator here on YouTube. I make book content, writer, author content, but I also am an indie author, and these are my two children. We have Venture Below, book 1, and Venture Beyond, book 2. And book 3, Venture Alone, is currently in the sitting stage. I just finished draft 2, which was basically an entire rewrite. It took me way longer than I thought, so that's a different discussion for a different day. But as you can tell by my little thingy when it comes up, I am working on the second edition to Venture Below, which I have decided to fully rewrite. And I'm re-outlining the same basic plot beats are happening in this new edition, but I'm just going about them in a new way, working on my characterization. I am a different writer, a different person, and I am so excited about this edition. You have no idea. I'm so excited. And that should be coming out, honestly, beginning of fall, end of summer. Tea?
I was like, we're kind of in like the middle of summer now, and I'm like, Taylor, are you sure?
That's why when you said I need to do this sprint, I was like, yes, I will be there for the stream because I need to get my button gear.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So many friends in the chat. Hello, everyone. So happy to have you all. If you don't know who I am Cody. You're on my channel. I am the author of The Ghostwriters Club, available wherever books are sold. And the ebook is Kindle and Kindle Unlimited. Also, if you didn't know, for Pride Month, I have the ebook on sale right now for 99 cents until the end of the week. I think that deal ends on Sunday. So if you haven't gotten the ebook yet, it's literally less than $1. It might be $1 after tax. I don't know. But it's like $1. So, if you're interested and you want to read it, go pick up a copy. It'll be cool.
Grab it.
Yeah. Also, I am here. I make a fool of myself on the internet frequently, and I sometimes do it with friends. And that's what we're here to do today, because I have given myself the task of revising. So by the time June got here, I had 30 chapters left in this book, Project Terms and Conditions, which is my second book. It is a paranormal thriller. And at the time June started, I had about 30 chapters left to revise. Well, obviously, there's 30 days in June. So I was like, Cody, what if you revise 30 chapters in 30 days?
Duh.
That would be pretty easy to do, right? Well, here we are. I am 5 chapters behind. And that is the purpose of this stream. That is why I texted my friends and was like, yo, I need to lock in and try to catch up on my revisions. Can you help, please? But we're gonna be just streaming until I catch up. That could be 2 sprints. That might be a bonus third. Who's to say? We're here for a good time, not a long time, and we're trying to get
a long time. Maybe.
Well, you're right. Maybe a good time and a long time.
Maybe.
Uh-oh.
Who's to say?
Who's to say? But we are going to be locking in. If you guys have any questions for me or Taylor or Lynn when she gets here a little bit later, feel free to drop them in the chat. If you want to know about our writing process, what we ate this morning for breakfast, what we ate yesterday for breakfast, the options are limitless. So really ask us anything. And, we might answer it. So yeah, that's the tea on that. But yeah. I figure we can yap for another maybe
oh yeah,
because what I usually do is I do like a 15 to 20 minute yap and then a 40-minute sprint, and then we just repeat that cycle until we get done with what we got to get done. So what are the vibes? What do you want to yap about? Is there anything specific that we're thinking about?
I started a new TV show last night.
Oh, what TV show?
Supernatural.
Really?
I have not seen it. I've not seen it. I know I've seen so many snippets and stuff like that, online and through TikTok and Instagram, but we started it last night. I couldn't stop watching it. We watched, I think, 5 or 6 episodes. And like we stayed up so late. Like I started my morning so late because we were up until the wee hours and yeah, but I'm loving it. It's so good. Like people have hyped it up for years and I get the hype. I really do.
Yeah.
I think
Taylor, do you want to respond?
okay, so I will say they're not like special editions. It's a new edition, but in the new edition and there will be one in Venture Beyond, there will be a map.
Ooh,
Okay,
we love
there's
a
gonna be
map.
a map. I am gonna update like the back information of below, so there will be like some changes made to it. But I love this cover, so I think special editions will be a whole other beast in
Could
itself.
we potentially have same cover, but maybe in like hardback? Have like
You know, like some hardcovers that would be
a
great.
hardcover bundle of all three books
You see,
together?
so I think that the special edition thing, like that'll come when Alone comes out. You know
Yeah,
what
when
I'm
the series
saying?
is like completed and you can like do like a full series
Exactly,
special
exactly.
edition.
But there will be maps. I'm gonna have like a new list in here, a ton of acknowledgments for each book, and like it's gonna be the book I wanted to make it in 2021. But now I have so much experience under my belt, and I'm really looking excited to it. So
I
yeah,
love that. Also,
yeah.
Krinko said, "Can we see the covers again?" I'm assuming they
Oh yeah,
mean your books. So we have Below with the Crown, love.
yes, and the birds, and then we have Alone
Beyond.
Beyond. So it kind
I
of
was like,
like.
do you? And you already know the image that you're going to put on Alone, right?
I actually was just talking to a friend and we're gonna work together to fix it, but it is I do. I almost was just gonna like start saying what it was. But I do. I have a concept, I have an idea, but yes. Yes.
Love, love, love. Let's see. Someone said, "How do you prepare for drafting for the first time?"
Mm,
That
mm.
is a loaded question because truly I feel like everyone requires a different level of preparation
Yeah.
before the
Mhm.
first draft,
Like
but also
foresight. Hmm.
gosh, I got to see if I can find it. But I found this picture of hold on, I got to think about it. Let me go to my DMs. Taylor, distract the crowd.
Hey guys, so my name is Taylor. I'm so happy you're here. My middle name is Anne, which everyone in the world knows that because it's in the title of everything I make ever. Fun fact, my mom actually wanted my full name to be Taylor Ann, not just Taylor. Um,
Okay, I'm ready. But
okay.
thank you for telling
That's
us that. That
yeah,
was a great
you're
story.
welcome. You're welcome.
Uh, but there is a picture that I found that said, "Stop waiting to feel ready. Readiness is not a feeling. Readiness is a decision."
Mm,
And so I feel like at some point, because you could prepare forever, forever and ever and ever, and never actually start the book. And so it's up to you to decide the point when you're ready, because readiness, like the picture said, is not a
yeah.
feeling, it is a decision. Because I feel like no matter what you do, you will never feel 100% ready to jump into a draft. And so just jump into it because honestly, you learn the most about your story
Mhm.
when you're actually drafting it.
Yeah.
So that's what I think. Taylor, what do you think?
No, I completely agree with you. And like, especially when I'm thinking of how I specifically know it's time to start a first draft or what I do to prepare for it. Like, I get the like I know, I don't know. It's kind of like this internal thing. I think I've kind of hit this space when I've been writing books for so long, like so long. But I think I have this feeling of knowing like, okay, like now is the time. And sometimes I have to pull myself back. Like there's some projects that like I want to sink my teeth into right now, but because I'm so focused on this certain book and this task at hand, like I can't just switch gears and start drafting this other project. But even what Cody, what you were saying of like you learn so much about the project, but you also learn more about the characters. And a lot of it is like as you're writing them, their voice comes out, the way they talk, how they see the world. Like you can try to plan for all of that in advance, but for the most part, you're going to learn that as you're writing it. And I specifically know, like, just, I know I'm going to kill my darlings and cut probably like thousands of words from my first draft in advance. So that kind of lessens the pressure for me. And it's like, could I have a different process where I kind of get rid of that process part? Like, probably, but I enjoy like writing it out and like seeing like where it goes. And I mean, my first draft, I deleted like 40,000 words from in alone and had to rewrite all of that. But I learned so much about my characters, and you become a better writer as you write. So it's like
Hmm.
you can read, you can digest all this information, but it's the experience of writing that really makes you a better writer. And that kind of sucks. As
Yeah.
much as it like you're like, why can't I just be a better writer? It's like you have to write badly to be a
To
better writer,
yeah.
you know? Yeah.
All bad writing leads to better writing.
Ooh, team.
But yeah,
Write that
see,
down.
but as far as Taylor goes, I have the opposite problem
Mm,
with books because I tend to be an underwriter. So for me, I'm adding words as I'm
mm,
revising. Like in Project Terms and Conditions, I have been adding words pretty much the whole time. There's been a few things that I've like a line or two that I'll cut, but for the
yeah.
most part, I'm like just adding scenes because I'm like, there's not enough here. Like this went way too fast.
Yeah.
Too many things happened in those 50,000 words. You need to make that about 65,000.
Yeah.
So
100%.
that's what
Same.
we're working on pretty much the entire time that we're working on Project Terms and Conditions, which I'm going to be adding two scenes in the or three scenes in the coming chapters that I need to get done today.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
Mhm.
but I love all the scenes because like one of them is going to be like so. Just a little sneak peek into Project Terms and Conditions. There's a point in the story where a character gets trapped in an attic and the police have to come and get them out, right? Because they're locked up there, no one else is at the house, so the police come and like help them out. And just before the police are leaving, they're like, "Oh, is it your son's birthday?" And Andrew's like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" And he points to the present on the table that Andrew doesn't recognize. So this random wrapped present just shows up on his table while he's locked in the attic. And so it's one of those kind of vibes. And so I'm really excited to write that scene. It's going to be so fun and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
creepy. Also, Becca's here. Hi, Becca.
Becca.
And Amina wants to know why we are so cute.
Oh, you're so cute, Amina. Shut up. Shut
Amina, I
up.
love you so much. You're a queen and a diva and a slay. Um, Favorite candle scent. That is so easy for me. Mine is sage and citrus. That is
Mine.
my
Mine is
alpine forest.
pine. I want my house to smell like a pine forest. Like that Christmassy candly scent of like a pine forest. Oh God, bury me with it. Or the ocean spray. Like I love a oceany, almost like masculine. I don't know how to really describe it, but like the ocean mist scents and stuff. Like I really love those. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can we maybe chat about indie author and audiobooks? I have so many indie authors I want to read, but as a busy mom, audiobooks is almost the only way I get to read these days.
For sure.
So as someone who has gone through the process of making an audiobook, Taylor, do you want to speak on this a little
Oh my
bit
God.
more?
Yes, I would love to. So I like was offered like this beta thing with Kindle and with all of this stuff, and it basically uses like an AI voice to turn your book into an audiobook, which I did follow through with, and I made it the cheapest it could possibly be. Like if I could make it free, like, but then it's like at the same time I'm like, but it's still my work. But it's like I want to like offer that for people in that exact circumstance of like I have so many people that are like I cannot read a book because of like the way my brain focuses, but I can listen to an audiobook. But I say all that to say that is a temporary placeholder because I am in the midst of turning my books into actual audiobooks using voice narrators and real human beings and artists that are actors and stuff like that. So I am in the process of it, and it's definitely something I am using as a placeholder. And I, like I said, I try to make it the cheapest it could possibly be because I know this is not a real person. So I want to give credit to where it is due. And Anna, I think you asked this question intentionally because
Oh,
you are one of my voice actors, babe. I'm so
that's so
excited.
fun.
She is actually the voice of our girl, Riley.
Really? That's so
Yes.
cool.
So I
Oh my
think, Anna,
gosh.
I think you just sent me up to chapter 10, I think is where we're at right now. But I think her voice fits so well with Riley's character, and like the sass that she brings is so good.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
That's
just
so
very
exciting.
excited, and I love like her initiative, like she emailed me and was like, hey, I want you to like have these audiobooks out there, but we can't do the AI. And I'm like, no, girl, I am with you, but I just
Yeah.
can't. Like it is
It's so
difficult
expensive
sometimes
to
to
produce an audiobook because it can
so
be up
it
to like 10 grand to produce an audiobook.
exactly. So it's definitely a collaborative effort. I'm obviously still going to compensate these people that are giving their time and energy to something that's so big and on a large scale, but it's so cool. Like I really love that. And that's such proof of like if you wish something was a certain way, then like get out there and make it that way. Like, you know, like you never know. And I was completely open and down to do this. So we're doing it together. And the reason I held off on starting Below's process is because I'm doing the second edition. So it's like we weren't about to spend all this time on a book that's literally about to get rewritten. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited
Oh,
now, like
I'm so excited. That's so
imagining.
fun. It's
Do
such
you guys
like
want to
a
know who
okay.
Adelaide is?
Well, yeah. Do we know them?
It's Natalie Jane Shields.
Oh,
Tell me she's not gonna
oh,
freaking kill that, dude.
she's gonna eat that
Like
up.
she has such like I don't know like regal like energy, and she's an
Yes.
actual actress. So I was like,
Oh
this
my
is
God.
going to slay. So I have her for that, and then I have a friend of mine doing Leo, and his voice, he just has this like
This
great voice. And yeah, his name's Alex. He's a friend of ours, and he is like a musician, so he already has like all the producing like equipment and stuff, and he's been doing a great job. So
oh,
that's the tea on the audiobooks.
I
But
love
they're
that.
slow coming. It's a long process, and it's been so much fun honestly to do, and it feels very collaborative, where I feel like
Hmm.
if I were to just try to find somebody to do this, I wouldn't have the conversations that I'm able to have with Anna, and like we're texting all the time, and like it feels so collaborative, and I really really am loving that. So I mean that's kind of I guess my advice is like just reach out to people, you know, you never know, and obviously compensate people for their work and stuff, but
Yes.
just ask, you know.
That is so cool. And
Yeah.
now, as soon as those audiobooks drop, I'm gonna be like, click, click, thank you, because I'll get to like hear my friends' voices tell me your story. That's so
I'm
fun.
literally so excited. And like with how I'm rewriting this, I just read the prologue of Venture Below, which there was no prologue, so T. Um, and I'm
T.
just like imagining Natalie reading this. I'm like, oh my god, I have chills just thinking about it, dude.
Wait, I want to know more about this prologue because I didn't read a prologue when I read the book the first
Because
time.
there was no prologue.
I know.
What do you
Like,
mean?
where? Give me some clues because I've read the first book, so I know where. I know everything that happens at least in the first two books.
Interesting.
Oh, I guess I don't.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So this prologue takes place before the king or Adelaide's father is dead. So this is like life before his assassination, essentially. And
Oh,
we get a sprinkle of like their dynamic, and then also some lore droppage like in preparation for the rest of the story. Do you want to hear like the opening as it is right now?
yeah. I
Okay,
mean, I'm
okay.
pretty sure the chat would agree with me.
This
With
is
a,
gonna change. I'm actually about to do that in our sprint. Is I need to add in a scene before this part, but anyway. Okay, so it's prologue 6 years ago. When you're 17, the world itself seems like it's yours for the taking, but that thought sways so drastically with the proof shown over and over again of how much you don't belong, how you never really did, and it's an impossible feat to think you ever could. I stood on the precipice of a life ripe for the taking, but it was never really mine to control.
What was the first line again?
When you're 17, the world itself seems like it's yours for the taking.
Are you doing the thing that we talked about?
Which thing? Put it in the private chat. Put it in the
Yeah,
private
yeah, yeah,
chat.
yeah, yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you see what I'm saying, Hannah? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, Natalie reading that's gonna eat for
also,
sure.
hi, Evelyn. Hello. I'm pretty sure I wrote that during our sprint. Didn't I, Evelyn? I think I did.
Maybe.
Yeah. During our stream. Everybody go check out Evelyn's channel.
Yeah.
Um,
And we do have one final question, but I feel like it's going to be so easy to answer. Are you ready?
yeah, yeah.
What is the average word count for a first draft? My advice is one, depends on genre.
Mm,
Two, just write till the story's done, and that's your word count.
yeah.
And look who's here just in time for a
Hi!
sprint.
Hello. Sorry. I missed you too. I'm vlogging. Sorry.
I
Okay.
love a
I'll
vlog.
switch.
Everyone say hi, Lynn.
Hey.
Oh, so
Okay.
happy to have you. We're literally about to start our first sprint, so you're just in time.
Okay, beautiful. We love to see it.
It's perfect.
So, if you're in the chat, if you have anything that you want to ask Lynn or any of us after this first sprint, go ahead, drop it in the chat. I'll try to star some questions. And also, yes, everyone acknowledge Lynn's beautiful haircut.
Stunning.
Kind of sweaty
Yes.
and messy right now, but yes. Yes.
But also the short hair, look, it frames your face so well. It looks so good on you for real.
It so does.
you.
Like you're in
Thanks.
your is this your author era hair?
I think so. I think I'm probably just gonna keep short hair for a
I
while.
love. And I
Yeah.
bet it's a lot more manageable too.
Honestly, I think it's kind of equivalent because like I wasn't very good at taking care of my long hair, but long hair, if it's like tangled, you can look like, you know, a foresty witch or whatever.
Mm.
But if short hair is messed up, I look like coconut head. So I
Oh,
have to
no.
like, work pretty hard to prevent that.
Coconut head. That took me
I swear,
back.
some mornings I wake up and I'm like, this cannot be the thing.
This is
how I go about my day.
That is so funny. All right, friends. Well, oh, Lynn, what are you going to be working on for this first sprint?
I'm on deadline, so I have to revise Moth Club.
So we're all doing some revisions today.
Mhm.
So we are locking in everyone for the next 40 minutes. Best of luck. Happy writing, and we'll see you in 40 minutes.
Hey.
Hi.
Sorry, I had so many tabs. I had to figure out which ones I needed to go and click. Hello, how'd that go?
Woo!
Ugh.
Heard. Mixed feelings. Okay, so I want to start a fun little thing
Oh,
of just talking about unhinged things that we have to Google during revisions.
okay, love.
So the during that sprint, I Googled when the Better Homes and Gardens magazine started. Because I don't know, that was just important, I guess. And then what else did I Google? Oh, I Googled old people bathroom designs.
Old people bathroom design.
I love the specificity of that. Like, what?
It's like both very specific, but also like there's so many different kinds of old
Yeah,
people
like what type of
Yeah,
old
like
person?
you know how like
the way
old
she
people
decorates her
love
house is
ocean?
very
Like nautical? Are we talking nautical themed?
That was
No. It's more like gaudy, over the top, kind of
Oh.
like her shower curtain has like gold tassels on it, and for what?
Oh,
You know?
locked it. I know
Like
exactly what you're talking about.
and it's like that very like dark, almost
It's
like
like that early 2000s style that was like super heavy and like really nice
yeah,
homes that like nobody ever outgrew. Like, oh, I should
yeah,
say that age, I guess.
like the wine colored
Yeah, I
fabric
was gonna
with
say
gold
wine with green.
embellishments. Yeah,
Yeah.
very gaudy, and so yeah, brass
Love.
things, brass fixtures. Yeah, it's very
Love.
extra. But anyway, those are the two fun things that I randomly Googled, in case you were wondering that, which you probably
I'm
weren't, but that's okay.
always wondering that.
But Taylor, how did it go for you?
It went really good. I'm rewriting more than revising anything. So I'm pretty much drafting. Like this is a full this is basically like a first draft of me retelling the story. But I got 724 words in, but I was fixing, like I was adding something to my prologue. I needed to add another scene and a character interaction. So I had to like kind of find where to put it and then bridge it to what I had previously written yesterday or 2 days ago. So that actually went really, really well. And now this chapter or prologue is done and I can move on to chapter 1, which has me kind of stressing, but it's fine. It's fine.
Love
So, yeah.
that. Love that. What about you, Lynn?
I've been stuck on chapter 16 for like 3 days, which is very unfortunate because this is due on Monday. So I need to like figure
Lock
something out.
in. Yeah.
How many chapters do you have left?
Like 15 like whole chapters, but then there's 2 interludes and the epilogue. But like most of Act 5, I know I'm not gonna have to revise because it's just been consistently like it's good.
Yeah.
Act 5 eats. So I mean that's the only one that eats, but yeah, I probably have realistically about like 7 to 10.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it. You're gonna kill it. You're gonna slay. Are you
Yeah.
pretty much like free to lock in this whole weekend, Lynn, or do you have like other things you have to be doing?
Kind of, yeah. I like specifically, purposefully have been doing a lot of like writing streams and sprints this past week. So, and I have
Nice.
one tomorrow with the wonderful Taylor and also Becca.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Love that.
yeah, I am getting a massage tomorrow morning, which I'm very excited.
Oh,
I
yeah.
need a massage so bad. My body hurts.
Mine too. I started working out again, girl.
Yeah. Girl.
I'm dead.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So many friends joined us. I just put up everyone's progress, but we did have, I saw this whenever you got here, but someone said, Lynn has become my professor. I wish y'all could see my notes from her channel
I
on
love that
novel
so
writing.
much.
I do love that as well. That's so awesome.
The teacher jumps out.
It does. It does. But then we have this. Could you guys give any tips for editing writing vlogs? I'm going to start editing my first writing vlog and honestly don't know where to start. You know?
I actually liked Anna's response, like right after that. I think that's a really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See what other people are doing. But also like, you know, it's just follow the vibes. Do what feels right for you in the moment, because at the end of the day, it's your channel, it's your video.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't have to emulate someone else's style to put yourself out there. You can just do
For
your
sure.
thing, and the people that like that sort of content will find you and love you. And yeah.
And I say probably like experiment with it. Like see like
Yeah.
what you lean towards. Like are you more like the craft of writing, or is it more like you're just trying to document your experience? Like just and totally be down to like just try it out and know that consistency is the biggest thing with it, and that
Mhm.
it's going to be something that takes time. And I say just have fun with it. Don't worry about the numbers at all, which is a hard thing to say, but
Yes.
just make it fun. Like literally have fun with your editing, like lean into it, take your time. Don't feel like you have to stick to a schedule at first. Like
Yeah.
just be you, man. Like take your time, experiment, have fun. Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Mhm.
Lynn, do you have any thoughts on it?
Um, yeah, I mean, I think everything that you guys are saying was exactly on point. For like, I don't know, I guess a more specific like editing tip would be like sound is also a really important part. So visuals and sound, obviously it's an audio visual medium. So find like background music. I use thematic. I know some people use like epidemic sound, stuff
Yeah, I
like that.
use
Anything
Epidemic.
copyright free, slap that on. You can make it really quiet when you're talking or make a montage using it. And I also like to use like transition sounds, like I have my mouse click sound and things like that. And it just like kind of
Mhm.
helps keep it stimulating.
Yeah.
So I found that
Mhm.
incorporating and really being considerate about sound has helped my vlogs a lot. Also, my partner brought me tea.
Oh,
Oh,
love,
be good, do good. I love that mug.
love.
Mhm.
We're drinking out of our gnome cup today.
Oh, shut up. That is so
I
cute.
I have this is my wine cup, but it's like stainless steel, so it keeps everything cold. And then I have a
Uh-huh.
koozie also on my coat because it's that humid and hot in my house that I'm like, I need
Oh.
this to stay cold. So
Double
it looks
insulated.
ridiculous, but my drink's cold still. So
And that's really all that matters. As long as the drink stays cold or hot, then you're set, you know?
yeah.
I didn't see any other questions in the chat. So is there anything that you two ladies want to just like yap about in
Oh my
general?
gosh. Oh my gosh.
There's a
Mm,
bug on my screen. Ew.
No.
I don't know.
What's a good book you've read recently?
Oh, I don't have it
Mhm.
with me. I've been reading The Starving Saints by Caitlin Starling.
Ooh.
Ooh. I don't know
It's
what that is, but
so
it
I
sounds
good.
love that
fun.
name. Oh my
Good
god.
premise and good execution, where it's basically like fantasy kind of medieval castle. And they've been under siege for 6 months. And there's like it's a castle that has the capacity for 300 people. They have 900, and they've basically run out of food. And then some saints show up and start like pulling food out of thin air, throwing these feasts. And there's three women. There's like a sorceress who's like really scattered and paranoid, a lady knight, and a serving girl who actually is on like a revenge quest. That are the only three people in the castle who are like, wait, this is actually really suspicious that these saints are here, asking us to like worship them and giving us free food. Yeah, I'm not all the way through it, but it's really twisty and
I
the vibes
mean,
What's
on it.
that name again?
you've sold
I
me
think
on
it's
it.
called The Starving Saints. It's by Caitlin Starling.
The
Okay, I'm pulling up my
Storm.
Goodreads. Okay, sleigh cover. Hello.
Right?
Oh my god,
Ooh,
yeah. Okay, I love that. Want to read.
that
Big
is
book.
so. Is it the one with like the beehive on it?
Yeah. Bees
Oh,
are a really big part of it.
Oh, okay, I feel like I'm really gonna like this.
the quote on the front: "The unhinged cannibal book of my dreams and my
Mm.
nightmares."
Oh
Ended.
my god, I need this.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Oh, it's horror fantasy.
Say less.
I am sad. I'm there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gonna be
And like
on
Like
that one.
everything you were
Word
saying, we
from
were like,
I was like, I need all of that.
give me.
no, I just get so excited when I like find a book that just like hits all the check
Yeah.
boxes. You know, I was like,
Ugh,
yes, gothic
Give it to me,
vibes, and it's
Rachel.
like
give it
problematic
to me.
women,
Ugh.
um, religious iconography. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Love,
Signed me
love.
up, dude.
I'm
Oh
here
my
for it.
gosh. I've been reading Orbital.
Ooh.
It won the Booker Prize last year, and it's been on my TBR for since then. But I'm like halfway through it. The writing in this is insane. It's about 6 men and women that are in like a space station, and it's them like observing Earth and watching this, I think, typhoon turn into like a really cataclysmic like hurricane, and it's like their take on like just it's them falling in love with the Earth and like people and humanity, and it's very like it puts us all on like the same playing field. You know what I mean? Like it just does such a good job of being like this is the best parts of humanity and like them missing Earth, and like it makes you just feel like super grounded and present. So I really like that one. And then I just started the Strands of Starlight, which I got from a little
Ooh.
library. It's about this woman who is accused of being a witch in 14th century Europe, and she gets assaulted after escaping this. And it's her like becoming a lady knight and joining this like war, and she has to decide whether or not to get her revenge on the man who assaulted her, or like worry about the overall war. So it's like this whole, I don't know, the premise and like what I've read so far is really, really great. So
Mhm.
yeah,
I
love a
live.
lady night. I love a lady night. Mm.
Hmm. I love a woman scorned like
Mm.
story, like a woman getting revenge on the people that have like oppressed her. I just want to, like,
Mm.
yes, kill them.
You might
Makes
like
me want to run
Project
through a wall
Kennedy.
like Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I live. I support women's rights and wrongs.
Mhm.
Okay.
It makes me want to write a book like that so bad.
Yeah, I mean,
But
the Venture
yeah,
series
why
is,
not?
I need it
basically,
more though. I
yeah.
need more. Yeah. hmm
And for me, I haven't really actually been reading any like physical books lately. I've been in my audiobook era because I just have like no time to actually sit down and read a book. But right now, because I was watching one of Alyssa's videos and she was talking about the prison healer. So
Yeah.
I've been listening to that audiobook. I'm not very far into it. I think I got through like the first like 5 or 6 chapters, but I'm enjoying it so far. It's pretty interesting. We'll see where it goes. I've also been rereading the Scythe series.
I just got Scythe
Oh, they're
from a little
Oh,
good.
library.
have you ever read it?
No.
Do
So
you know
good.
what it's about?
I know generally, yeah.
Okay, so like it's so good. But also I have the entire series, and whenever I first got it, I read Scythe and then Thunderhead, but I never read the final book, The Toll, which I do have. And
Mm.
so
Yeah.
I'm rereading Scythe because I want to
Okay, I'll start
reread The
Scythe
Toll.
then.
Little book
Okay.
club, book club.
Incredible. Incredible.
But it's so good. And if you don't know what Scythe is, basically it's set in the future where humans have learned how to cure death, and so people like don't die. And there is a group of people that are like a branch of the government, and they're called scythes. And their job is every day they get a person's name, a location, and a time, and they have to show up at that location and that time, and they take the life of that person. So basically, they're like population control is what they are. And obviously, there are some rebellious undertones that you see start to bubble up, and maybe they eventually boil over. I don't know. I haven't finished the series. So
Oh.
it seems like one of those where it's going to go from like friends to enemies kind of thing, and then maybe back to friends. So we'll see. Because I can definitely, just from what I know of the first 2 books, I can see how that relationship's going to be a little interesting.
Mm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, those are the 2 that I've been really, really going for. But yeah, I did see a question.
Mhm.
What is something you didn't expect that you've learned about publishing? Woof.
Everything.
Yeah. I'm like, my goodness. I think my favorite thing that Lynn says is that like time isn't real in publishing.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not.
Not the sipping.
I know. Sorry, I just had to do it. It was in my hand. But I think for me, I guess the thing that I didn't expect was truly how much behind the scenes work is involved after the book is finished.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is so like just even thinking about like planning a giveaway. With that, you have to make the merch. You have to set the dates of the giveaway. You have to make the social media posts. Like marketing is a
Yeah.
lot. Like it's so much. And so I guess the marketing side, I thought it would be a lot not easier, but less time intensive than it actually is. So that
Yeah.
would be the thing that surprised me the most because it takes forever to make all of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even imagine. Like it's so much legwork that you have to do all on your own. Like
Yeah.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
And I
That's
have no like background in design. I literally just like kind of figured it out through trial and error. So, you know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
we out
Yeah.
here. But what about you guys?
Um, yeah, I mean, like everything, I I try to say something different every time, like something new. So I guess my new thing for today would probably be that like, mm, honestly, wait, I have to think about it. Taylor, you go.
That's okay.
Okay. Okay. So for me, I had, I think, my own misconceptions from just being a reader. And when I published Venture Below in 2021, I just kind of went for it and didn't know what, I guess, is a final book, if that makes sense. Like I wasn't aware at that moment when I hit publish, like how many rounds of editing you should go through, the different drafts you should have, the whole process of getting beta readers. Like I didn't know any of that stuff, like when I first did this, because honestly, AuthorTube at that time wasn't a thing. Like there was no name for it, and like there were very few channels that were like putting content out about it, and articles I would find, and like trying not to get scammed by people that were lying to me and things like that was very hard to like go through. And so now I have this whole world of knowledge from just experience. And so I think now that
Mhm.
I know those things, that's what I mean. I really mean I knew nothing like at all. Like I had my own ideas, and I didn't know about querying. I didn't know about how you get an agent or like getting into traditional publishing. I didn't know any of that stuff. I just knew I wanted my friends to read my book. And now
Mhm.
we're here. Now we're
Yep.
here, and I'm trying to be a actual author and
Well,
someday do traditional publishing.
you
I
are
mean, I
an
am an
actual
author.
author.
I am an author. Yeah, yeah.
Well, make
Autocorrect
me
that.
come through the
Um,
StreamYard and hit you with a duck. Y'all remember
StreamYard.
the Amanda show where it's like knock knock, who's there? Duck, duck who? I'm gonna hit you in the head with a duck. And
Oh
he's
my
like,
God. Yeah.
and then he just
Yeah.
like smacks him with a random object. It's so that's the Amanda show, I think. Is it?
Yeah, it is. It
Yeah.
is.
It was Drake Bell and who else was on that
Amanda
little
Bynes.
was it Amanda and Drake Bell? Oh, okay.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Love the Amanda show. Anyway,
Anyway.
took me back in time. But I totally agree though, because like there are a lot of like I didn't know anything about like the beta reader critique partner process when I first started Ghostwriters Club.
Mhm.
And so that was definitely something that was a fun learning experience because it was also the first time where I was getting the chance to look at other writers' works critically and like seeing the things and pointing out mistakes.
Yeah,
And it also helped me notice those own things in my own writing,
for
which
sure.
was super helpful. So highly recommend, even if you aren't like, doing anything super crazy, highly recommend swapping work with other writers just to look at writing critically, and so that it'll better help you look at your own writing in that way, once you've sort of given your time to separate from it.
Mm-hmm.
Highly recommend.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so are we ready for another sprint?
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Also, oh wait, Lynn, did you think of your answer, or do you just want
Oh
to
yeah.
pass?
No, I mean, yeah, I think okay. My answer is that I am surprised. I was surprised in TradPub by like how big of a team you have, which kind of sounds like the opposite of what Cody was saying. Which yeah, this is like probably the main factor in which, or the main area in which Self and Trad differ is that there's just a
Mhm.
person for like everything. Like there's people for the cover. I have multiple editors because I sold in the US and the UK separately, and so there's people doing the cover and publicity and marketing, and like there's just a lot of people involved in it. I don't know. It's kind of really cool to see that in action, to see like all that teamwork going into making this product, which
Yeah.
goes to show like self-pub, you're doing all of that legwork yourself instead of with
Mm-hmm.
a team. Like that's incredible. That's so much work and it's so crazy to me. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a lot, and
yeah, I
like
could not. You guys are
yeah.
remarkable people.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing for July a little series called Self Pub Summer, where like it's like every week is a video regarding something in the self pub like realm of like different aspects of like editing self pub and publishing, like where do you upload, ISBNs, like that, like
Yeah,
little things like that for like self pub people.
I love
And
that. That's a
Self
great
Pub
idea.
Summer, why not?
Mhm.
And also those are videos that are easy for me to do because they're more of like sit down and not like vlog style. And so it's more just like educational content. So we'll slay. Well, then I've already got like some scripts already like written out and set. I just have to actually record them, which I actually plan to do a lot of filming this coming week because it'll be my first time having some days off from the show, which I'm so ready for. I'm so tired, but it's fine. But anyways, friends, the time has come for you to lip sync for your life for the next 40 minutes. Good luck. And don't. Thank you. See you in 40.
Hello? Hello? Is there anyone there?
Yes.
Hello?
Okay, there we go. Again, so many tabs. How did it go for you, friend?
I made a mood board.
Love?
So
For below?
mhm. Just because I
Okay.
need one, I'm that girly that needs it as my background in composition mode. Like if I'm really needing to like lock in to the moment, it helps so much. So that's what I just spent that sprint doing. And I finished it, uploaded it to Scrivener, so we're good. But
Amen.
it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
We love a mood board. How'd it go for you, Lynn?
I'm still on chapter 16, but I don't know. I'm a little closer to the end, I think. I'm figuring out this like conversation that's happening.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I'm almost done with chapter 24, which is the chapter that I need to complete in order to catch up on my revisions. So I'll probably need to do at least one more like 20 to 30 minute sprint. But, if people have to leave, that's fine. Because I did promise the name of this stream is the stream won't end until I catch up on revisions. So
yeah.
I would feel like a liar if I ended it before actually catching up. So, but how did it go for chat? Let's see what we did. Yes, we love a good mood board. Oh my gosh, wrote over 1,000 words. That's amazing.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
Started editing the writing vlog. Very nice, very nice. Honestly, that's the hardest part. Starting is the hard part, and then once you kind of get into it, you just kind of hit that flow. I was really hitting a flow during that last sprint.
Love that.
Yeah. I got to write a fun little scene between Andrew and the 911 operator, who is because he gets locked in his attic, and so the woman on the other end is almost like making fun of him, like, really, you're calling the police because you're locked in the attic? Like, grow up.
Don't you have anyone else that can help you with this?
Right. And it's funny. But yeah, so I wrote that fun little scene because literally my note to myself in the chapter was, I think it'd be funny to show this call. And so that's what I did. First drafted that little call that they had. And pretty much anything the way I'm kind of doing this is anything that I am adding, like as like first draft words, I have highlighted in yellow just to kind of be like, hey, you need to read over this because this is newer than some of your other stuff. But that scene specifically ended up being about like 535 words that I got to add to this chapter. And I'm not even done because we get to add the birthday present scene towards the end of this chapter. So I'm like, ooh.
I love that.
Yeah. But once I add that scene, I'll be caught up on revisions.
Ooh.
Which is crazy that I've gone through almost 5 chapters since we've started streaming, which is pretty slay.
That is crazy.
Let's see. Getting sleepy, so headed to take a nap and get back to it later this afternoon. Totally understandable. Paul prepped the page that I'm writing, so I'm not staring at a blank page when I start writing. Love. Also, Paul he has a podcast. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head right now, but actually, I'm going to get to sit and talk with him and be a guest on his podcast next week. So that'll be really fun. So check that out. Check out his channel. He has all kinds of stuff on there. All kinds of fun interviews and things like that with other like authors and writers and stuff like that. So yeah. Hannah, that is not the one I clicked. 390 words and research. Love that. Finished up Father's Day prep and caught up with what I was writing Wednesday for a first draft project. Love to see it. Just messing around in this one little section. Already passed my goal for the week, so I'm letting my urge to edit do it at once. And I love that. Reviewed some notes, took for Lynn's Reezy contest. Also, that's so fun. Ooh. Lynn, you want to talk about the Reezy contest partnership that you're doing?
Yeah, so Reezy reached out to me a little while ago. This is good because I feel like I haven't been talking about this enough. And basically this week we're running a short story contest. You can win $250 for first place. And the theme is like dark academia, and there are 5 prompts that you can submit stories for. So if you want to check that out, you can just head over to the Readsy blog or have links in my community tab. And yeah, so I'm gonna like read a bunch of the stories, and I'm going to pick the winner, I guess, eventually.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't know, Reezy actually does this. Like, they do a short story prompt every single week. So like there's a short story contest every week. I think it runs what, Friday to Friday, right?
Yeah. We started yesterday.
So it's Friday to Friday, and they have one every week. There's new prompts, new topics. So if you're ever looking to like sort of, just work on some of your like crafty things in a more concise way, that is a very fun way just to get some free prompts, because it's free to sign up for the email list. So even if you don't actually submit your short story, you can just get those prompts to your email every single week and just like have it as a fun thing to maybe spark an idea for a short story, which could lead to a full-blown novel. You never know. So highly recommend checking that out. It is free to sign up for. And what is it, like, how much is it to enter? Like what, $5? It's pretty cheap.
Something like that.
It's pretty cheap to enter. So, and you have a chance to win 250, which is a huge return on investment. So you love that. Drove home from protest, got some groceries. Very nice. See, listen. So yes, but also no, because there are some chapters that have definitely required more work than others. Like I was in Lynn's boat with her chapter 16, because my chapter 20, I have been on that chapter and working on that chapter since like Wednesday. Because it's just such a thick chapter, and there was so much that I needed to do in that one. And so that's the one that I finished up in the first sprint. And then the chapters after that were more just like, fix this word, this is a spelling correction, or add a sentence here to show this action. Like, it's much smaller edits in these next chapters, but now I'm on chapter 24 that is actually adding a good chunk of words to it. So yeah. Oh, there you go. The Delos Diaries. That is the name of the podcast. So yeah. Also, Taylor, you were invited as well. So there you go. And then he's also doing an episode with Lynn that comes out on the 24th. So
yeah, I'm so excited.
So many fun things happening. I love it. I love just how all of our different like interests and talents go so hand in hand, and we can just kind of like, there's all this overlap. It's so fun. Because Taylor talking about, other people in the community working on her, being voices in her audiobooks, and then just getting to do these podcasts with other, writers, people that are passionate about the craft of writing. It's just really cool to see how all of our interests sort of overlap, and we get to just collaborate on all these different projects. I love it. Love the Reedsy prompts. I keep a list of my favorites to use as springboard. So excited for Lynn's contest this week. Love that. Love that. So do we want to yap for a little second, or because I know Taylor, you said you need to go and do some.
I can yap
work.
for a little bit.
Okay. Just wanted to check the temperature, see where we were at. Wanted to hold space. Okay. So let's talk about. Do we want to share some lines?
Sure. Yeah,
You're allowed to say no if you don't want to do that.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to distract the audience while my two guests find a line that they would like to share.
Should we do that submit a page number thing?
The what?
Like,
oh, yeah.
Submit a page, like pick a page number and stuff?
Yeah. Okay. Chat, I want you to pick a page number, and I'm gonna say
I have 5 pages.
Okay, so pick a number 1 through 5, and we will all share a line from a page 1 through 5.
That page.
Okay. So I see 2 4s in a row, and then I see 3 3s. Oh, there's a lot of 3s. So I guess we're gonna go with page 3.
All right.
So something from page 3. Let me pull up my page 3 because we lost a Taylor.
Oh.
Well, maybe she'll come back.
She saw that number 57 was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, she was like, nope. She rage quit. She's like, I'm out, actually.
All right.
Um, see, I'm in Scrivener, so I don't really. Oh, she's back.
I
Hi, welcome back.
disappeared.
I don't have page numbers, so for me, I'm going to do chapter 3.
You can do that in Scrivener, you know. There's a
What
way
do
to do
you
it. To the
see?
page
But
numbers.
I like the way that it looks right now. I don't want to mess it up.
That's
So
fair. That's fair.
I'm just
That
going to
is
pick
so
a line
fair.
from chapter 3. Maybe I'll do a last line in chapter 3.
Oh,
Ooh.
last line.
You can do whatever you want, honestly, as
Hmm.
long as it involves a 3. So the last line for my chapter 3 is I've done it before and I'm not afraid of doing it a second time.
Ooh.
She dipped. She said, "You know what? Actually, I don't want to share." That's funny.
Okay, mine is dialogue.
Okay,
But
let us have it.
mine is simply a joke, gentlemen. No need for such dramatics.
Oh,
Ooh, I live. I
fun.
can already hear who I think that is.
Yeah, I can hear
You
voice
know?
in that.
Yeah.
I guess I'll do this. An ornate cross pierces the clouded sky, casting its shadow across the narrow steps that Lark takes two at a time, her second-hand loafers clicking against stone weathered by the souls of worshippers long since dead.
Okay.
Holy crap!
Yeah. Wow.
There's
Well, okay,
Totally.
this is like
Mm.
revision 7, so
uh, that makes me feel a little better because I was like, oh my gosh, there was so much like not only like just there was so much world building in that you just like the path, the secondhand shoes, like that automatically
yeah.
tells you so much about the character. Like that was
I
poetry,
I've
man. You
tinkered
ate
with my first chapter a lot.
that. That was wonderful.
Thank you, thank you.
That's a flex. What the hell?
Yeah.
True. That was truly
Truly.
top tier. All right. Well, since Taylor has to go, I'm gonna let her do her little exit. Taylor, where can the people find you? Because we are gonna do, in fact, one more sprint
Oh my
because I
god.
gotta finish chapter 24. So Taylor,
Well,
tell the people where they can find you.
you can find me on the internet at Taylor Ann Wright. On Instagram at author Taylor Ann Wright. You can find my books, my children, on Amazon right now. And also maybe read Venture Below before the second edition comes out. I don't know. Just a little taste, a little teaser. And yeah, I post new videos every Saturday. I just posted a new little library video that was super fun. I got to reunionize with Kayla and we got to hang out together and do little library. So that was super fun. So if you want to go watch some of that, check out my YouTube channel. But thank you so much for having me, Cody. It was so great to be with you
Of
guys.
course, I missed your
Love
face. So I was
you.
like, I need some friends on the stream
I know.
immediately.
Mhm.
Okay. I love you
Love
guys.
you.
Good luck.
Yes, thank you. Bye. Okay. And then there were 2.
Mhm.
And it is time. So, Lynn, how long are you thinking for this sprint? Do you want to do another 40? You want to do a shorter one, like a 20 or a 30?
Well, I think it's up to you because you're the one who you have to finish for the stream to end, right? So,
Yeah,
how
indeed,
long do you
indeed.
think you need?
I mean, I think I can do it in like a 20, maybe.
Okay.
So I
You
can
wanna do a
maybe,
25, 30 to play it safe?
yeah, we'll do
Everyone
a,
was like 60. Girl.
girl, not me, not today on this day.
Uh-uh.
But yeah, let's do a 30, a nice even
Yeah,
30 to round it all out. So let me
sounds
get
perfect.
the clock set up for that.
Okay.
Just a moment, team. We'll be there shortly, don't you worry. 30 minutes. And boop. There we go. Okay. So everyone, we have reached the final sprint of the session. 30 minutes are on the clock. Best of luck to all of you. And we're going to all cross our fingers that by the end of this, I am done with chapter 24 and that Lynn is done with chapter 16.
If
We're going
I'm
to eat
not
this
done
up.
with chapter 16, someone needs to come to my house and beat me up. There's ain't no way I cannot be doing this anymore. Okay.
Right. Chapter
We
16,
got this.
we got to put her to rest. Okay. 30 minutes. Good luck, everyone. All right. How'd it go, Lynn?
I fell asleep. I swear there's like 2 minutes where I'm like in the video. But I
That's
just
amazing.
finished chapter 16 and 17, so yay!
Oh, yay. Love that. I am literally like a paragraph away from finishing chapter 20.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
I
so another
know.
one. So
Are
we
you
stay on
down? I mean, I don't want to hold you if you're busy, but I mean, if you're
No,
down
I
for
need
another
to.
one.
I'm on deadline. I need to do this. I'm probably gonna keep writing after we're done too. So like,
Oh, okay. Well, then, we're just going to do one more then, I guess.
hell
Because why
yeah.
not? And
Yeah.
even if I don't write for the full 30 minutes, I can use part of that to also like maybe make some food because I haven't eaten yet today. So I need to do that.
Oh my gosh. Please eat. Wait,
I
do you
mean,
want to
it's,
take a break so you can
it's,
eat and like I stretch your legs? I don't know.
I mean, I'm not even hungry, which is the problem because, it's fine. It's
Okay,
fine.
I get that. I get that.
I'm so hopped up on caffeine. I'm like, what is hunger? You know?
True. Very true.
We don't know her. But how did everyone in the chat do? Let me see if anyone has. Oh, people are shouting out, Lynn, great job. Progress be progressing as it does.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for the we're making progress for sure. I have been procrastinating these chapters all week, and so I'm so glad that I was able to carve out some time to really lock in and make some progress. Heck, maybe I'll even get a little bit ahead and go ahead and edit tomorrow's chapter. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. Miley 8. Yeah, you did. Yeah, so let me think. We can probably have like one little short yapping point and then we'll just jump back in because I am itching to finish this flippin' chapter.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say, I have in the process of just today, of the things I've added today, I've added almost 1,500 words to the document. So,
Ooh.
and that includes things that I've added and deleted. So I'm glad to see that the word count is going up because that is, in fact, my goal with this draft.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, my minimum goal is to get this to at least 60K before sending it to some beta readers. Because I know that there's going to be some things that I'll be like, if there's anything like that is sort of talked about, but you don't actually see that you want to see, that's going to be like my biggest thing for like readers, because I don't want to, because sometimes there's some things that I think would add more to the story, but then it's like, it just slows down the pace and it's not necessary.
Yeah.
And so I need some beta reader feedback to help me determine which of the things are necessary that they want to see and what things are like, what you gave is enough. You can just kind of skip over it, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that is going to be my biggest ask for my beta readers. Hopefully next month. We got to finish the revisions first. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's exciting though. Do you like the beta reader process and like sharing?
I do, because I feel like that is when I really, because I mean, obviously as writers, we know so much about the story that we can only see it for what it is to an extent, because we know everything. And so it's hard for me to know what is not being relayed on the page. And that is really I feel like the importance of any sort of feedback from other writers is just having people to point out the things that you can't see for yourself because you know everything. So it is one of my favorite parts because it's, it's the part of the process that gets to be a little more collaborative and a little less just on me,
I agree.
Someone said editing is going okay, I guess. Felt that. Ooh, here's a fun question for us. How do you tackle big plot holes / changes that you're making to your manuscript? So do you have anything off the top of your head? Because I kind of have to think about it for a second.
I was going to say, I'm like, not big plot holes, but like, even with little plot holes, you have to like read everything so closely because there's so many like threads. I think reverse outlining is very helpful for this, or even if it's not a full reverse outline, what I did was I mapped out the trajectory of my main character's like motivations over the course of the story, and I just like am going through and making sure that those are consistent and line up with what I have like written, on my sticky note. So yeah, just like writing down, mapping out how adjusting that plot hole would like change things in your story, and then just doing a close read to make sure that you catch everything.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. My current process, and I feel like, I'm always refining my process as I learn more about my own like writing style and process and stuff like that. But for this specific go through, what I've been doing is every single time that I add something or take away something, I literally have like split screen in Scrivener because that has changed my life, having the split screen. And so I have my actual draft on one side, and then the other side has 3 headings. It has additions, deletions, and consistency. And so anytime that I add something or like a scene, like all this stuff that I'm adding right now, I have that listed there so that anytime that I'm like, if I like read something that in a different chapter that might be affected by that, it's just there to sort of like for me to, it's almost like my own version of track changes. But I do it in list format because that works better for me. And so that's kind of how I'm tracking all of those things to make sure that once I'm done adding and deleting everything, once I make it through the end of this, I'm going to be doing another full read through just to make sure that all of these changes that I've added remain consistent throughout the story. And so with each edition, I have a consistency thing that's like, hey, anytime this specific thing comes up, make sure that it matches what you added. So that's kind of what my process has been like with this specific draft. But yeah, nice. Everyone's different. So honestly, I mean, you hear it all the time, all over AuthorTube. Do what works for you, because at the end of the day, that's your process, and what works for you is really the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
All advice is null and void if it does not work for you specifically. So, just kind of figure yourself out. And it's a process, but it's also like a fun process, I feel.
I think so. I think that's something I've been thinking. Wow, I just said think a lot. Something I've been thinking about a lot lately is how like, yeah, writing is really challenging, especially if you want to do it at like a certain level, like any sort of publishing, or even if, you're beyond publishing, just wanting to push yourself on the craft. But like, I don't know, with all this talk about like AI and generative AI and using it in writing and how it's supposed to make it easier, like, why do we want it to be easier? Why are challenging things hard, or like things that we want to avoid? I don't see the point in trying to make it easy. And to a degree, I'm like, yeah, advice is great because it can give you a roadmap, but at the end of the day, you have to take the journey, and the journey is important, right? That's how the story comes to be. But yeah, getting off my soapbox.
No, I love that. We had a good conversation surrounding this on our like writing retreat that we went on, and just talking about how it feels like, with the age of AI and all this stuff, we're really prioritizing, again, making tasks easier, but also improving efficiency. And there are just some things that you should not, that just shouldn't be easy. Writing a book is not easy. And kudos to everyone here in the chat that always comes to live streams for using your brain to create worlds and characters and stories. But also there are some things that, while there is, a system of efficiency that you kind of learn through your own process, writing a book isn't something that should be done quickly. It should take time. It should evolve over time with each pass that you do. You should be adding more layers of either emotion, character work, dialogue, scene, setting, all that stuff. It's something that develops over time because we as people sharing these stories are developing slowly over time, And so, yeah, I highly agree the fact that writing should not be easy and it should not be done quickly, which is why AI, I feel, has no place in generative AI. Now, as far as using AI for like organization tools or, that kind of stuff, as long as it's, that's my thoughts on it. I was one of the few AuthorTubers that actually didn't make a video specifically regarding AI, but those are my thoughts on it, in case you were wondering, which none of you probably were.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's good to clarify.
Yeah.
I have a video pending, but I haven't had time to film it yet. So I also don't really care. But I feel like I'm very much like, I don't want any of it, because I'm also in my role as a teacher. Oh my gosh, like seeing kids like not being able to think or write a sentence for themselves. I just don't understand why we're so addicted to like convenience and ease of access, even if it's like harmful, you know? Same with like fast fashion and all these things. And,
Hmm.
you know, like instead of working out or eating clean to get, you know, I don't know, the
Yeah.
body you want, you go for like people with the means go for plastic surgery. It's like in everything now, right?
Hmm.
Every single aspect of life is inundated with this like desire for convenience and instant results, and like
Hmm.
no one wants to work for things anymore. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
feeling all sorts of ways about society lately.
No, I mean I mean you're so right, and I feel like it all stems from this instant gratification that I feel like has been, something that has come to be over the last maybe like slowly over the last like 20 years, because back in the day when we had dial-up internet and all that mess, like things, if you wanted something, you had to wait for it, or you had to be
Mhm.
patient, you had to work
Yeah.
towards it, you had to work to save up money to buy something, but these days with things like, my biggest instant gratification, I guess, crux is DoorDash. Because if I want a specific food, I can click a few buttons on my phone and it's at my house in less than 30 minutes.
Mhm.
So, and I feel like that has just, like you said, has just been bleeding over into every aspect and into a lot of places where it shouldn't be there. Some things are
Mhm.
not meant for instant gratification or
Mhm.
that kind of vibe. But we persist. And Duchess wants to say hello to the
I
chat.
can see her saying hello, hello, beautiful Duchess. Oh my goodness, her little socks, her little paws. Such a diva. Oh, she's winking. Oh, Cody, you're muted somehow. Oh, she was.
Yeah, she was covering the mic.
Oh
But
my
yes,
gosh.
she's a sweet baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
honey, bless her heart. She has been going through it with her allergies and stuff. Like
Oh,
one of her little eyes is irritated and it's like tearing up from her allergies. And
right.
also she's like, I don't know, I guess she's just got sweet blood because she's got so many little like bug bites.
Oh
And
my god.
poor baby. She's going through it right now. But it's also part of like like corgis in general, they have two coats of fur. And
Mhm.
so during the summer months, they shed off their top layer. And so she's
Yeah.
going through her big shed. And so it's just, she has a little bit of irritation, but we went to the vet and they were like, it's normal. Just give her a bath with certain shampoos and,
Mhm.
make sure she's not like constantly scratching or biting at the area, because then it can turn into a sore and all that mess. So we've been having to like monitor her until all of her little itchy spots go away. But she's doing fine. But yeah, that's that on that. I think we had a pretty good yap there. Do you
Yeah.
want to do another 30?
Sure, I'm down.
All right, team. I said the last one was the final one, but I lied. So here we are. We're gonna do another one. And I swear, if
Words.
I'm not done with chapter 24 by the end of this 30 minutes, I'm gonna riot.
You're gonna do it.
Someone,
You got
yeah,
you
someone
got
needs to
this.
come
All
beat
right.
me up if I'm not done with chapter 24.
All
Okay.
right, I'll do it. I'll drive
All
over.
right. All the way from Wisconsin. All right, friends. 30 minutes are on the clock. Best of luck. Here we go.
Hello,
All right.
hello.
How'd it go?
I am done with Act 3, I think.
Love, love, love. I not only finished chapter 24, but I also finished chapter 25 and 26.
Oh my god. Okay, work.
Because 25 was just like one of those like one sentence here, and then chapter 26 was just me fixing a 3-paragraph section where I just switched back to present tense instead of past tense. So it was mostly just like changing all of my things to past tense in that chapter. So, it wasn't like anything too extensive, but I did get to look ahead at chapter 27, which I actually, in this draft, I have a 27 and a 27B because I'm adding a whole new scene. I mentioned it in my writing retreat vlog, the fun house scene, and I told you about it, I think.
Oh yeah, I remember.
About Thomas getting lost in a fun house because he follows the mysterious man in there, and his dad just looks up from his phone and is like, holy crap, where's my son? So that is the next thing that I get to actually draft completely from scratch because I added that, I brainstormed that during the writing retreat. So I'm excited to actually get to the point where I get to do it now because the way that I work, I can't work out of chronological order. That's just how my brain works. And so I knew that this was coming, but I had to get through all the other stuff to lead up to it. So now I'm like, ooh. And so I'm glad I got a little bit ahead because I know that those are going to be some pretty heavy revisions and drafting. So, pretty pleased. But
yeah, I'm so glad.
I think I have been on Beyonce's internet enough today. So I think it is time to wrap up this stream. Lynn, do you want to tell everyone where they can find you, plug some things, all the things?
Yeah. Well, you can find me pretty much mostly on YouTube, sometimes on Instagram, as Lindy Jung, just how it's written on the screen. And my debut novel, Moth's Blood, comes out fall 2026. If anyone's interested in some dark academia, kind of spooky, vibes. And yeah, I have a couple short stories out. And the Readsy contest, if anyone's interested in entering that, check that out as well.
Yes. And trust me, I've heard snippets of Moth's Blood. You're going to want to read it. It's so like that one scene lives in my head rent free. I've talked to you about it.
Oh my god. You're too sweet.
It's so good. It's so good. And I can't wait to read the full story and get even more context to that specific scene. But
thank you.
I'm Cody. You've been on my channel. Natalie, we've been streaming for 3.5 hours.
Natalie, please, we gotta go.
Like, I need to step away. But you have a whole stream to go back and watch for the next 3.5 hours. If you if you feel inclined. What are words?
I love you, Natalie.
I've run out of words. But yes, I'm Cody. You're here on my channel. I post writing content here. I'm over on Instagram as Cody the Writer. I am what else do I have? Oh, I wrote a book, The Ghost Writers Club. It's available paperback, online, everywhere. Ebook is Kindle Unlimited. Right now, the ebook is 99 cents to celebrate Pride Month until Sunday. So if you want to pick up the ebook for 99 cents, it is available there. And I think that's all the things. But thank you all so much for being here because I desperately needed to do this and I couldn't do it alone. I needed some body doubling to happen. So thank you, Lynn, for being a guest. And thank you, all of you in the chat, for being just amazing people all around. We appreciate you. We love you all so much. And yeah, we'll see you around on the internet somewhere else.